According to the world-leading news agencies, on Saturday, April 12, 2014, Russian Su-24 attack aircraft flew over the American destroyer Donald Cook, equipped with the Aegis ballistic missile defense system and well armed, including Tomahawk cruise missiles. On Monday, April 14th, the Pentagon official made a surprisingly emotional, even somewhat hysterical comment about the incident. This provocative and unprofessional Russian action is inconsistent with international protocols and previous agreements on the professional interaction between our militaries. Indeed, what is a big deal that unarmed, frontline bomber of the old generation flew even 12 times over one of the U.S. destroyers armed to the teeth and specially equipped for air defense. After all, during the Cold War era, these sorts of flybys were common practice of relations between the United States and the Soviet Union. So what happened this time? What hurt the Americans so much? Moreover, according to unofficial sources, after the incident, Donald Cook made an emergency stop in the port of Constanța, Romania, where 27 crew members submitted resignation reports and expressed intention to leave the ship immediately. Some of them actually left the ship. Indirectly, it is confirmed in the official statement of Pentagon. It alleges that the action of the Russian warplane demoralized the crew. This story is bizarre. Actually, the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Donald Cook is armed for much more critical missions than fighting off the old and slow Su-24 Fencer. What is the point to get demoralized? The crew had a perfect opportunity for another relatively easy battle drill, and yet the crew was demoralized. 27 people filed resignation reports with wording, "Don't want to risk my life." So what really happened in international waters? The possible answer could be found in the mysterious word Khibiny. Khibiny is the name of mountain range of the Kola Peninsula in Russia. However, there is another Khibiny, the newest Russian radio-electronic warfare system, designed for warplanes of the next generation. The information about this system is very limited. Some public sources report that recently Khibiny was tested by Su-24 jets in the exercise in Buryatia. Nothing can demoralize a military man as much as his own powerlessness. In such context, the real situation could have been as follows. On April 10, 2014, the aforementioned destroyer arrived in international waters of the Black Sea to demonstrate power and intimidate Russia for uncompromising position on Ukraine and Crimea. At that time, the guided missile destroyer USS Truxtun was already in the Black Sea in violation of Montreux Convention. It was a very common saber-rattling and international harassment typical for the USA. Russia responded with dignity. On April 12th, the great day of cosmonautics, Sukhoi Su-24 bomber jet was sent to greet the guests. The jet was not armed, but it carried Khibiny under the wing. Cook detected the target from far away. The crew was on alert and ready to do their duty. Aegis was in control of targeting systems. Everything was in order. And all of a sudden, boom! Everything died out. Aegis is not working. Radar screens show garbage, and missiles cannot receive the target data. Meanwhile, Su-24 went right over the deck of Cook, made a U-turn, and simulated a missile attack on target. We may count this attack successful because there was no defense at all. Then it turned around and simulated another attack, and so on 10 more times. All attempts of technicians to revive Aegis and provide targeting to air defense system have failed. Only when the silhouette of Sukhoi melted away in the clouds above the Russian coast, the screens came back to life, and targeting systems resumed scanning of clear April sky. Bottom line, we can fairly guess that when Su-24 turned on Khibini in the proximity of Kuk, the air defense system of destroyer became disabled. Russian jet made 12 mock attacks on American warship. During that time, the crew was unable to revive disabled electronic systems. Everything started working again when Su-24 set course back to home. Then, facing their own helplessness against a common warplane armed with a new radio-electronic warfare system, 27 frustrated crew members submitted the resignation reports. Cosmonautics Day, April 12th, 12 times. A warning with a special meaning.